Welcome to today's home. I'm Diane Plessett, certified master kitchen bath designer and aging in place specialist, here to talk about anything and everything that affects your home and lifestyle. Today's show is about 2 important remodeling questions and answers to help you. Let's get started. Homeowners ask great questions. Sometimes it requires research to answer a question specifically, but I love to do research because it provides information and confidence. Other times, I have an answer that's already been researched. There are 2 questions that I'm 99.9% sure that homeowners will ask during a first meeting. The first question is, how long will it take to complete my project? There are 2 parts to the answer. The answer to the first part of the how long will it take question focuses on how long it will take to complete the design phase of a project. This is more flexible and depends totally on the following variables. 1. How long it takes for homeowners to make decisions. I've had clients who made decisions at lightning speed and other clients who needed to think about every aspect of a decision. It's totally personal. If you're the type of person who needs all available information before you make a decision, then the design process will take longer, which will ultimately affect the start and finish dates for your construction. Number 2 is meeting schedules. In the perfect world, homeowners and their design professional should have regular meetings to stay on track. I like to meet with my clients weekly, but sometimes it's not possible. I remember one couple who had very busy career schedules that involved a lot of travel. We were lucky to have 1 meeting a month. Unfortunately, a good percentage of the time was spent recapping what we discussed at the last meeting before we could proceed talking about other aspects of their project. Number 3 is building the team. I like to get a contractor involved in the process as early as possible so he or she can offer valuable information about the project. Scheduling meetings with contractors can consume a significant amount of time, but it's necessary to help you select who you're going to hire. Number 4 is financing. If you need or want to finance your project, start talking with financial institutions as soon as possible. Getting approved for a home equity loan can take a month or more, as my current clients are discovering. How long construction will take depends upon the size of your project. Allow at least 6 weeks for a guest bathroom or a powder room, a minimum of 8 weeks for a master bathroom, 8 to 10 weeks for a kitchen without an addition, 12 to 16 weeks for a kitchen with an addition, and 6 to 10 months for a major whole house remodeling project with an addition. These timelines may change depending on many variables like weather conditions. Unseasonable storms can play havoc with a project schedule. Weather in other parts of the country or world can affect transport of a particular product. Product availability. You should order all products well in advance of the construction start date and store them at the job site, or get a definite delivery date for appliances, cabinets, and large plumbing fixtures. This is advice that many homeowners take lightly. Several times in my career, projects were delayed because my clients neglected to select light and plumbing fixtures. When a supplier tells you that a product is, quote, in stock, unquote, it's important to find out where it's stocked and how long it will take to get the product to your home. Unforeseen emergencies can happen. Client's kitchen project was delayed because everyone eventually caught the flu. Yep, everyone. Construction of our new home was delayed because the HVAC contractor's employee let his boiler license lapse. This cost us a lot of money for that delay. Unforeseen framing problems. During demolition, discovering things like dry rot, termites, and poor framing can affect the schedule by a week or more, depending on the severity of the problem. While you're here, oh yes, that's a great one. It causes many delays in projects. When homeowners either change their mind or add to the project scope, it can seriously affect the finish date. Contractors can also delay the project when they make recommendations they know will increase the homeowner's investment. I had this happen one time with a client. During construction, the contractor said to the client, "We could easily add a rooftop deck so you can enjoy the sunsets." It wasn't until I was at a job site meeting with the client and the contractor that the contractor's suggestion came to light. I asked the contractor if he would provide a written estimate of how long it would take to build the deck and how much it would increase my client's investment. Ultimately, the client decided not to go ahead with the roof deck because it was going to add so much to his investment. The second question that homeowners ask at the first meeting is, how much will my project cost? Well, first of all, I'd like to recommend a slight shift in your thinking. Shift from cost to investment. You are making an investment in improving your home and improving your lifestyle. It's a worthwhile investment. While I'm on the subject of changing your mindset, I'd also like to recommend that you think of the numbers you get from the contractor as an estimate, not a bid. While there's a lot of competition among contractors who want to get you to hire them, it should never, ever become a bidding war between the contractors. We're fortunate to have a wonderful tool available to all of us. It's called the Cost versus Value Report that's been produced yearly since about 2001. There's a link to this report in my blog. Well, why is it such a valuable tool? It provides 3 great sources of information. Number 1, a complete list of different home improvement projects, small and large. Number 2, valuable investment and return on investment information for every region and major cities within that region. You can see how your investment compares in your city with other cities in the region and how your investment compares to national averages. Number 3 is really important. It's a description of the materials that are included and the square footage of the project for that particular project and value. You can then derive a reasonable square footage investment for your project and do some basic math to help you define your budget. When you click on the link to access the Cost versus Value Report, after you select the city, the website will divert you to a page that requests demographic information. In all the years I've been using this report and referring it to hundreds of homeowners, no one has ever been put into a sales cycle by advertisers who sponsor the report. If you do get unwanted sales contacts from any of the advertisers, please let me know and I'll intercede on your behalf. Now I'm going to tell you a true story about one project that was about as good as it can get from beginning to end. I met with homeowners in early April 2 years ago. They'd been thinking about and talking about remodeling their 1970s kitchen for several years, and they were prepared to get started immediately. After telling me how they wanted their new kitchen to function and what they wanted it to look like, they asked the 2 important questions that I'm accustomed to hearing. How long is it going to take to remodel our kitchen? I had to preface my answer with a warning that most contractors I knew were already scheduling projects to start in the fall and later, so they may not achieve their new kitchen until the following year. Their facial expressions became more serious, showing their disappointment. But the husband's follow-up question was optimistic. Well, do you think that the right contractor is out there? This motivated me to work hard and find the right contractor for them. Because their project also included freshening up the guest bathroom with new cabinets, countertop, and flooring, and they expressed an interest in painting the interior of their entire home and replacing all the flooring, I told them that their project would probably take 3 to 4 months instead of the normal 8 to 10 weeks. We agreed that it would be great to find an available contractor who would also be a good project manager. When the wife asked the question about their investment, I shared what I knew from the cost versus value report, that their kitchen remodeling project would be around $70,000. But the investment in the additional work would bring the total to $130,000 or more. They were surprised that the number was so high, but took this information graciously. Honestly, at the end of the meeting, I wasn't sure whether they were going to proceed or not, but I really wanted to help them. The next day, I contacted every contractor who had worked with me on projects in the past 10 years, except the ones who I vowed to never work with again. Yeah, you may know the type. Here's a description of their personality. They don't provide accurate investment estimates. They don't know how to schedule a project and keep it on track. They really don't have good communication skills. And they don't have employees or subs that work with them on projects on a regular basis. They don't follow details on the plans, and they definitely don't respect homeowners' property. Oh, yes, it's true that I've worked with the best and the worst. The best will take the most challenging project and turn it into a dream come true. The worst will turn any project they touch into a nightmare. One of the contractors I contacted, Larry Mock, had a large project fall through at the last minute because his clients got transferred to Southern California. He was available. Not only that, but I rediscovered what a professional he is. I was so excited I called the homeowners. The wife answered and immediately said, "I was just about to call you and schedule our next appointment so you can take measurements of our home." Talk about pieces of a puzzle falling together. Larry met with the homeowners 3 weeks later after I finished the preliminary plan, elevations, and perspectives. He prepared a detailed 8-page breakdown of their investment and gave them a preliminary schedule. In the 3 weeks that followed, I worked with the homeowners to select all of the products for their home. Oh, it was a joy working with them. They were always upbeat and optimistic about everything, and they made quick decisions. At the same time, I finalized the design plans. Then Larry finalized his estimate. Construction started in July, and the work proceeded smoothly. Larry stayed on top of the schedule and communicated with everyone daily. It looked as if the project would be completed on schedule, except when someone accidentally dropped the slab that was intended to be the tabletop. This meant that another slab had to be procured, and the fabricator had to remake the tabletop. Because the fabricator is one of Larry's regular subs, they fit the new table into their schedule and installed the replacement slab in less than a week. The design phase for this remodeling project took only 6 weeks from the day I took measurements until the final plans were given to the homeowners and Larry. Construction started on July 7th and final inspection happened on October 5th. 3 months. The homeowner's total investment was $133,000. It's gratifying when a project is finished on time within a reasonable budget and gives the homeowners the results they want. I'm happiest when I provide honest, reliable information that helps homeowners make informed decisions. This was one of the projects I'll always remember as an achievable goal when all the stars align. It started with 2 important questions about when and how much. I found some great quotes this week to share with you. The first one is from Bono. "We thought that we had the answers. It was the questions we had wrong." The second quote is from Ramon Bautista. The only stupid question is the question that is never asked. The last one is a quote from Alfie Kohn. I love this one. Whoever said there's no such thing as a stupid question never looked carefully at a standardized test. Thank you for listening to Today's Home. A new blog and podcast is uploaded every week to provide inspired ideas for your home and lifestyle. Next week, we'll be talking about the newest products for your home. It's going to be fun and packed with great information. Tell your family and friends about us and visit our website, www.dp-design.com, where you can download podcasts of previous programs and get a list of upcoming programs. Follow us on social media and recommend Today's Home to your family, friends, and business associates. This is Diane Plessett, your host of Today's Home. Enjoy the coming week.